In a questionable season for Manchester United fans have been left scratching their heads this season as the team struggles to find its identity under manager Erik ten Hag. Let's delve into some of the key issues plaguing Manchester United. Firstly, the pressing on the pitch is poor and seems half-hearted at best, with fullbacks failing to commit and leaving the far side exposed, as well as our defensive midfielder being confused, not knowing whether to go mark the number 6 or the number 10, which demonstrates the confusion that Manchester United has had this season. As well as this, Manchester United have demonstrated a press that has drawn criticism, where Manchester United's attackers and midfielders press high for the ball, but the defenders don't follow the press and instead stay deep, which is problematic because if the initial press isn't successful, it can leave Manchester United exposed as the opposition has an open door to attack at Manchester United's defence. This lack of cohesion pressing has cost United dearly in crucial moments, as Manchester United has been heavily criticised for this lack of intensity. A further showing Manchester United's problems this season are not just individual, but are collective. The transition from counter-attacking to possession-based football has left players confused and unsure of their roles. Ten Hag's insistence on playing a high press, low block further adds to the tactical uncertainty. As well as this, Manchester United has been knocked out in the Champions League, finishing bottom of the group. As well as this, Manchester United showed poor performances within the group, losing to Copenhagen while holding 2 separate leads and losing to Galatasaray in both games of the Champions League, showing Manchester United's lack of ability and hunger to win important matches. As well as this, they had an important game against Bayern Munich, which determined Manchester United's future in European football. Winning the game would guarantee Manchester United either stay in the Champions League or drop down to Europa League, depending on the Copenhagen Galatasaray game. But the performance was lacking, showing lack of hunger to score goals, leading to Manchester United being knocked out in the Champions League with only one win to show for it. Injuries have plagued the squad and of course been a factor in Erik ten Hag not playing his football. However, it doesn't excuse ten Hag completely changing his tactics game after game, which has led ten Hag to abandon his preferred tactic and resort to makeshift solutions. Despite the injury crisis, there seems to be a lack of trust in certain players, hence why he's played his style of play, and as well as this, players that he's filled in have been the same players he wanted out last summer, for example Harry Maguire or Scott McTominay, which are players that don't fit Erik ten Hag's principles and style of play, which can be a problem because it sacrifices the future for the now, which is bad as Harry Maguire is a slow player that can only play in a counter-attacking system, and Scott McTominay lacks the technical skill, as well as leaving his defensive midfielder exposed this season. And Manchester United plays his kamikaze style of play, which has led to Manchester United struggling to play 2 good halves of football, which has drawn criticism, and Manchester United will play well for 20 to 30 minutes and lose complete concentration, and showing an inability to score goals for the club. Recent games, like the clash against Manchester City, have exposed United's defensive vulnerabilities, showing Manchester United's lack of hunger to attack and control games and lack of control. The team's performance this season has been far from satisfactory, with only individual brilliance saving them on occasion, leading to individuals like Garnacho, Dalot and Højlund to bail us out on several occasions. Many fans had hoped for a change in management, with ten Hag being a popular choice. However, his tactics and in-game management have left much to be desired, leading to questions about his suitability for the job, including the bizarre substitution of Kobe Manu for Scott McTominay, which baffled fans as they immediately thought an injury was at fault for this, but instead it was Erik ten Hag's management. And as Manchester United continues to struggle on the pitch, it's clear that there are deeper issues at play. From tactical confusion to structural problems, the road ahead seems uncertain for Manchester United. But will ten Hag be able to turn things around, or is Manchester United destined for further disappointment? Only time will tell.